Hey Homestead, Alec Penny here. For those of you who are still confused on what Homestead Hysteria exactly is, I'm here to tell you more about it. Homestead Hysteria is a huge pep rally that shows our support for both girls and boys varsity basketball teams. There are high expectations this season for both teams, so everyone is expected to show up and bring the excitement tomorrow at 6 p.m. in the main gym. This event is free and is open to anyone in the community, so invite your friends, family, and anyone else to help make the atmosphere electric. With a great turnout, Homestead Hysteria could become a new tradition for our school.
This is the first year that I was in charge of the school spirit or student section club at Homestead, and we're looking for something that's brand new that could become a tradition, something that we do every single year at Homestead, and we're hoping that Homestead Hysteria turns into that.
This is a great idea, guys. Homestead Hysteria, we want you to be there. It's an idea that came from students. Nick Anderson came up with the idea, came to Mr. Schenkel and said, hey, can we do this? And we're going to try to sell not only this to our students, but to our community.
There will be numerous events taking place during Homestead Hysteria, some of which will include fun activities that will involve students, opportunities to get prizes for anyone, and great ways to help our community. Nick Anderson is here to explain the teddy bear toss and all the other exciting events that will take place tomorrow.
First thing we're going to be doing is a teddy bear toss. The teddy bear toss is something really cool, actually. You bring a teddy bear from home, and we're just going to be throwing it on the court on the count of 3, and what all those teddy bears will go to is Toys for Tots, which is an organization that gives like toys to underprivileged children. So that'll be a really fun event. We're gonna have a 3-point contest between the girls and the guys, just seeing who's a better shooter. And then we're also going to do a dunk contest with the guys, which is gonna be so sweet because we'll see a bunch of dunks like that during the season. For all you people out there who aren't necessarily big basketball fans, there's actually gonna be a lot of contests that we're gonna be able to do during Homestead Hysteria, like just shooting from free throw, 3-point, half court, seeing if you can make it. And if you do, then you'll get a shirt or some other big prize. Also, what we'll be doing is a students versus staff basketball game, which is going to be sweet because we're going to have some of the teachers and some faculty playing against some of the senior guys and girls. And that'll be really, really fun because we'll get to see how good the teachers are and how good our student body is.
And speaking of the students versus staff game, here's Celeste Whalen to tell us who the lucky senior competitors will be.
Hey Homestead, I'm Celeste Whalen here with your winners for the Homestead Hysteria student team. So first we're going to start with the boys. Good luck. Benjamin Lutz, Jack Van Burke, Joanne Sawyers, Carl Wright, Stephen Matson, and last but not least, Zach Alexander. Good job, boys. So now we are going to be picking the girls for the student team. And by the way, there's only 4 girls who get to be put on this team. So again, good luck. Sky Hurd, Anasha Milton, Rachel Miller, and Tori Hall. Congratulations to everyone that won. If you were lucky enough to win, then make sure you see Mr. Schenkel in room 600B to get a shirt, which is $5.
The basketball players are showing much excitement towards this event, and they believe it is a great way to get pumped for this season.
I think it gives us a good chance to get out in front of the community, in front of the school, and to really showcase all the hard work that we put in and all the things that we got coming up for this season. I think it'll be exciting for us to get out and play some live action before we kick off against Huntington North next Wednesday.
So our team is really excited for Homestead Hysteria. Just the fact that hopefully we'll get a big turnout and it'll get the student section fired up to come see us play this year. We are top 5 in the state, so we really would love to see a student section coming out and supporting us.
The home games are absolutely amazing. The student section does a great job of getting pumped, getting everybody into it, and when the pep band is there, they do a phenomenal job as well. I just love the atmosphere that's created in our gym.
I'm excited because I think it'll be a great atmosphere for us to get as many fans as possible. It'll show the community what we're made of and show both girls and guys what we could do this season.
We want to pack this place and make it a home court advantage. Be there for Homestead Hysteria.
Let's build some hype on social media so everyone will come out and just see how good our basketball team's going to be. So to wrap up, basically Homestead Hysteria, it's a new thing that we've never done before, so we're writing history. So you got to make sure that you're there. This is a new era in Homestead basketball. We've never seen anything like this before. Homestead Hysteria, dunk contests, three-point shootouts, students versus staff. You got the whole package.
Good morning and welcome to another session of Alice Training. This morning we're going to answer several questions written by staff and students that were presented as a follow-up to our last Alice drill. Because there were so many questions to respond to, Mr. Kintz and I felt the best way to communicate information would be through a question and answer dialogue. We picked through the most pertinent questions and believe that by giving you suggestions of how you could respond will make you much better prepared to respond if placed in a life-threatening situation.
Question number 1. What should I do if I'm in a room with no windows? What is the contingency plan for a fire alarm or other need for evacuation, and we have barricaded ourselves in a room?
You should anticipate that the fire alarm will go off and therefore do not immediately exit the building unless you see fire or smoke or are otherwise told to do so by an adult. There are numerous what-ifs, and we understand that there is no generic, all-knowing answer. That's why you must listen to what is stated over the PA and follow your teacher's instructions. Question number 2, can we break a window, and where do we go to escape once the window is broken?
Yes, you have permission to break the window, and if you attempt to do so, remember to strike the window with a hard object in a bottom corner, not in the middle. You should evacuate to a pre-established rally point decided upon by you and your teacher. Rally points can be anywhere out of harm's way. Reunification points are those that are established at St. E's and at Summit Middle School. Rally points and reunification areas are not necessarily the same thing. It is always important to remember that the reunification site may not always be in the safest direction for you to travel during an active shooter incident, and that a pre-established rally point for your class may be a better option for the time being. Travel to the reunification site can occur later once it is deemed it is safe to travel there. Question number 3, so what are we supposed to do? Won't we break a leg if we jump out of a window? We can actually run out of the building?
You're supposed to do something to increase your chance of survival. Yes, it is quite possible that you might break a bone or become injured from a fall. However, that is a much better alternative than to be shot or killed by an armed intruder. Question number 4. If our window only accesses a courtyard, are we stuck in the courtyard?
You might be. Some rooms are equipped with rope, which could be used to get on top of the roof and potentially over the building. Providing distance between you and the threat is most likely a safer alternative than staying in a room with an immediate threat attempting to enter. These are decisions that you and your teacher must weigh if faced with this type of threat. Question number 5. What if we barricade the wrong door?
If you have more than one door or entrance to the room you are in, you should split up and work to barricade both entrances.
Question number 6. Some girls still feel as though they should hide and remain passive. We have discussed the fact that Alice training gives us another option if hiding isn't going to work for us.
It doesn't matter if you're female or male, 9th or 12th grade, student or faculty. You still have the right to survive. Do not give permission to anyone to make you a victim. Alice should empower you to protect yourself in whatever means necessary.
Question number 7. Many of my classmates are concerned about what their responsibility would be in the event that they are faced with taking action against an intruder. Some are worried about what they will be expected to do in the event of a violent intruder.
We are not giving students responsibilities. We're giving you survival skills and suggestions of things you can do. Your natural innate response will be to either react or freeze. We're giving you options to help make you more confident to react rather than freeze. Question number 8. Can I just get into my car and leave?
No, we have to account for all students' location if an active shooter event or any emergency for that matter occurs. Also, allowing students to leave in vehicles would create a major traffic problem and would prohibit first responders such as law enforcement and EMS from getting onto campus into the areas where they are most needed. Question number 9. Where should we go to be safe? What do we do if we see a shooter? How could we get out of the building safely?
You must listen to what and where the threat is and decide where you will be the safest. If you see a shooter, you can run away and leave or secure yourself in a locked room, but no answer can be sufficient for all situations. There is no one correct answer to every situation you may encounter. Question number 10. What will we use to barricade in my classroom? Why do this now, and why not just the old lockdown method?
Barricade with furniture like tables, desks, chairs, filing cabinets. The techniques we teach you in Alice are an enhancement of the regular lockdown. This is a more proactive response that will result in a higher rate of survivability. Question number 11. What do we do if we are in the cafeteria, gym, second floor, or outside?
Your location does not matter. You can still act upon the information you receive. If there's a staff member nearby, listen to their instructions. If you're outside, it is okay to proceed to the pre-established rally point. Question number 12. What should I do if I'm in a bathroom when Alice procedures are initiated?
Given the information you have heard, if the threat is not close by you, you can leave the building and go to the rally point. If the threat is close to you, you will need to decide if you have time to get into another classroom or if you are better off to stay put. Question number 13. What should we do if the shooter follows us out of the building to the rally or reunification point?
Under these circumstances, you do not have to stop at the rally point. Keep running. Rally points can be changed at any time. Do not run in the direction of danger. Remember that rally points are not static. In other words, they can change at any time based upon where your teacher decides is the safest place for you to regroup. Reunification points are static, and at this time have not changed. They're still at St. E's and Summit Middle School. Question number 14. How do we secure a room when the door opens into the classroom?
The same barricading techniques can be used for a door that opens either into a classroom or out into a hallway. Again, remember that by placing several heavy objects in front of an entrance to a classroom, you are providing a barrier that an active shooter must get through in order to get to you and your classmates. If a shooter chooses to stop shooting and attempts to fight through a barricade, you have just managed to buy yourself time to make an attempt to swarm or evacuate.
Hopefully, we have answered some of the most pertinent questions regarding Alice procedures and have helped to increase your personal level of confidence if forced to deal with the threat of an active shooter on campus. In an FBI study of active shooter incidents gathered from the past 13 years, only 2 out of the 160 documented incidents was there more than one killer. Also, they found more often than not, the incidents were stopped by school officials. You have exclusive permission and the right to act and to protect yourself if faced with a situation that may become life-threatening.
Now we are going to show you another scenario depicted here at Homestead High School of showing Alice procedures in progress with a focus on countering options that you could choose. As always, thanks for your attention during today's announcement and to your continued investment in making Homestead High School the safest environment it can be.
What you're about to see is graphic, but can happen.
What do you need?
Hey, I just needed to meet with this teacher, Mrs. Rice.
I think she's in room like 327.
Do not let people in the building. Always keep the doors secured. Report any suspicious people you see in the building. If something does not look right, trust your gut. Alert. Communicate the location and type of threat with as many details as possible. Take action. Evade. Escape to your rally point. Barricading may look like this as well. Any object between you and the threat to create a barrier. Distract. Throw objects at the attacker. Swarm. Use your body weight and gravity to gain control. Move any weapon away from the attacker.